So we're on, aren't we? Let me just get this volume up here. So we are on. Now, I want to test this out. I want to test out how serious this is. If it's just robots talking on online, because like I'm testing how serious this is. If this whole thing of politics, is it that serious? Because please don't tell me it's that serious. Because you got a Canadian laughing here. You're just getting a Canadian laughing here. And listen, I'm just waiting for anyone who has questions, if they have balls enough to come forward and look so stupid and how much they don't know what Canada is. This is just a trap for people down south to look bad. Once again, you just did it to yourself, right? There you go. You're doing it to yourself. Am I able to open this up here? Possibly not. Oh my god. Oh no. This technology shit is messed up. Maybe I should do something. Hold on a second. Anyways, I'm back over here. I'm trying to open the chat. It is not opening over here, but anyways, I'm here. I'm still waiting. I really truly think that it's not that serious. Like, I'm here waiting. If it would be anyone that would want to jump real quick and really say something. But you know what? This whole thing is a trap for everyone to fall in to look stupid. and they fell for the trap. And then it's like, wow. And then there is do you want to be taught about Canada? Do you want to know how, the whole like business things work over here? Because I want to know, because it seems like it's all crickets going on right now. It's all crickets. Like, they don't know nothing what is going on over here. Like, it seems like it's only um jumping to only criticize, but don't want to know, don't want to be educated, because that's exactly, who they are. The states is, just to be honest, they just want to jump, they just want to say something. Oh, like, listen, I came across a very, very like crazy comment in one of the media comments, like the news. You know what I mean, the news. And then the comments, and then some of the peoples from the states. Of course, YouTube is 100% states owned. And then most of the commenters is most likely from the states. So now, what someone wanted to come in is about talking about the marketing or the sales marketing that we have going on, or the trade marketing, or the trades that what we do here, like as if they think we only trade, as how I said, somewhere else. Like, I'm talking somewhere else rather than just only here. Like, I talk somewhere else too and communicate with people, and I say it is more than just whatever that someone is saying. Someone is like saying things that are just popular, though, like the popular brands and the popular this and what someone doesn't understand is no one is going to be about it. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if someone wants to um hit us with something, or be like, oh well, you won't be managing to if you lose iPhones, because iPhones was created in the States. Who cares, we can live without iPhones. you know I came across that comment, and I'm gonna respond right back. Seems like no one's gonna come here and ask for questions, because they just want to criticize. So if this has been open for some like 8 minutes and no one is coming in here, it tells you a lot. And I want to try to open something here, but it used to open, the chat used to open here when I actually was dealing with this app over here. Okay, it's as if it wants me to use YouTube when I don't want to use YouTube, because that's exactly what the problem is. It's like there's always this thing going on. um I want to do something creative, so if someone wants to tell me what to do on how to do lives, that's not going to be that way. I think what I'm about to do is I'm about to go and check chat in another tab, and I'll be right back, because that's how I'm going to be doing it, seeing if I'm not even, if I'm missing something, and then I'll come back here. So I'll check that right now. Okay, so I am back. So I did check. No, I didn't miss anything, but I'll be checking again after I'm done talking here. So now, while I'm waiting for someone to have certain questions about what they want to what like educate yourself before you jump in and criticize and look stupid in the end. And I always say you're gonna look stupid, you know. You know, I came across like go back. Let's go back to the comments again. The comments from the media that I came across. It's just as if someone thinks they know how we buy things. We buy so many different things. We have so many options. Plenty. And there has been many competition here in Canada when it comes to companies and brand names. And then the last thing anyone wants to say is bringing up certain, things that is American made or something. Like, I know how they and you guys work, and I say you guys because most of the people who actually go to YouTube is Americans. So it's as if I'm going to have to talk to them as if most of you is that. Um, when that's not the case. There is so many different types of, um, people using YouTube, different countries and stuff. That's why there is translations and closed captions and stuff like that that goes to translating as well. Now, I've seen they brought up so many things that, okay, Microsoft and Google, nah, you can't say that because we already have that. We have already bought a whole bunch of that. You can't take Google away from, like certain areas. Google is worldwide. Like, this is what people don't understand. Google is everywhere. Now, to take away Google, it's a search engine. Yes, it is. Just like this is like when it gets to a point, of course I'm going to like sigh, a frustration sigh, and have this exhaling of frustration of how much that these people, these Americans are not educated of things. And now, if they don't want to come here and ask questions and have some balls, because it seems like they got none, they like to just comment, or maybe it's just robots talking. I don't even know what the fuck it is. But, just me trying to say no one is going to fall for this. No one is going to fight over this. We're just going to be moving on to whatever we need to do. And this is the problem with, it's a very, very old concept of the Americans that, if we do this is going to be like a all out war when there is none, not going to be. And this is a first of trying Canada. So now, if it's a first, that doesn't mean it's a good idea. You know what I mean? If someone said, "Oh, I don't think it's a good idea," and it's like, "Well, it's a first," and anyways, I came across that comment. Let's go back to that comment again because it seems like we're not going to deal with questions. Okay. Microsoft, Google, you can't go there because we have already bought so many Microsoft and Windows computers since the year 2000. And you can't take that away from us because we still got it. And I don't know what these people are thinking where that comes from too. Um, these are softwares and whatever with that. Now that we have smartphones, that is not Windows and Microsoft. That's actually something else. Now we have options. Like these people think that they like whoever wants to be doing this, and I'm like, no, we got options. Like if you want to take Google away, we're gonna use some other search engine. Like still not thinking straight, still not smart, still not fast in the brain. And then like these are people who are like really trying to root for something, and then they're looking stupid at the same time, trying to go after and against Canada. So now what really truly needs to be um, addressed here is that before you do that, you're just going to have to be like so educated once you do that about Canada. You should be like, you should know Canada from top to bottom or something. Like you should. You can't be doing this and you don't know nothing, because it's not going to look pretty at all. Um, and then this person kept saying other brands like Apple and stuff like that. Well, isn't that iPhones or Apple products? We don't want it. We have other options. There's always this thing. But I'm like, listen, my question is, and at their country, their own politician wanted to ban TikTok. Is that banned? Tell me, did you fall for that? How does it get banned? Unless there's a huge block for going to the actual website in that country that is going to happen. But according to what I kept up about, and it was going all over Twitter X. It was going all over X, and people asking each other, "Hey, do you know if actually Twitter? Sorry, do you know if actually TikTok works? Is TikTok working for you?" Like I've been seeing these conversations, and then they're like, "Yeah, it's still working." I'm like, "Yo, this is beyond me with these people. Like they fall for it, and then they check on it, and it's not banned when it said it was going to be banned in the States, and because the politician wanted to be. And it's not happening. Okay, now, next one. Next story. Um, Next thing of what someone is saying in the comments of the media and news of how someone wants to just like, oh my god, yeah, let's just talk. And it's just like, iPhones, that's so expensive. And then it's like, and then they talk about, well, what are you going to do when you don't have iPhones? Things are so expensive. And I'm like, what are you talking about? iPhones is the most expensive thing out there right now. Like, even to have it and have more memory in it, it's like $1,000 for that shit. You might as well just get a laptop. You know what I mean? It's becoming to a point. iPhone. Who needs freaking iPhone? Might as well just be on the freaking PC or whatever. It's better. It's like giving us options. Do we need a smartphone or a computer? That's the option when it comes to price. and everything. Like it's going to come to a point now the smartphones are competing with computers according to price levels. And it's just like who cares about iPhones or shit like that and Apple and all that stuff. And little do they know, I don't think they know there's Apple shops here. There's Apple stores here. Do they even know anything? Because they don't know nothing. The more they keep talking, it seems like they don't know. And they're just like hell bent to just root for someone. And who cares about, I'm like, but you're looking stupid at the same time when you're doing it. It's not really making them look good. We have so many options here. They think we don't. We only rely on iPhones and iPhones only when we have so much options, so much different brands and all that stuff. If we can't afford iPhones, we have something else. What other thing that this person was saying? Cars. Whatever about that shit. We got options with cars as well. Like, they think we rely on the only actual things that Americans make. See, that's the problem right there. We don't. And this is the mindset, like the old mindset. Maybe it would have been just like that. And then this is how far behind they are. Oh, yes, they are thinking past tense. Their thoughts is past tense of what would Canada be like in the 80s. It was all about, of course, it was all about American stuff. But through the years, we advanced. We increased more trades, did more things beyond the years, and they didn't catch on to that. But then all they wanted to do, all that someone wants to do, is to want to see that one. See what? Because most likely the person doesn't care, doesn't want to see anyways. So, anyways, I do believe this is a very useless argument going on. Yeah, and someone had the audacity to bring in the Ford car. I'm like, listen, that's a bad luck, a brand name. I was speaking about that in my X profile, in my X account, which is only meant for some people to hear. Unlike over here, everyone can, but it's only meant for some people to hear in Twitter X. I've said that that's bad luck. I've already said it first in the comment that someone posted in the news about some brands, and I'm like, that's already a bad luck uh, car brand already. Been possibly for so long without anyone knowing. It's bad luck. I'm sorry to say. Sorry to hurt egos and hurt a whole bunch of pride going on over there, but I'm like, listen, I'm sorry. I think it's time for people to understand that no one cares as much as how people say it. Oh, If anyone wants to talk about Canada down south, everyone's going to be saying no one cares. And we will say no one cares about Ford cars. No one cares. Because that's exactly how it's going to be. They just don't understand at all as how much they put so much emphasis on something. They better like stop their old ways, because their old ways is these thoughts of something is still the same as maybe 30 years ago over here, when it's not. It has completely upgraded beyond measure. That we got so much options, so many, this might make our country better, of only relying on our own. Possibly make it cheaper. It is way cheaper to rely on our own stuff than relying on the states, like their stuff. And if someone really wanted things to go backwards, oh yes, in prices for us. I don't know if they even understood how we lived, how things were so like great back then. I don't think they understand. And maybe yes, that they want to feel that again, that the whole price range is going back again, but it is what it is. But no one is going to be fighting about this. And it also seems like no one's going to jump on this at all. But all we can see is the idiots from down south want to be so freaking, you know what I mean? Fire up that ass. And, like, seriously. And those are the people, like, around my age doing that. Because it has everything to do with ego, everything to do with, like, we're better. And went through certain times of knowing what was better, what was this, what was that. That's long gone. We're not going to be talking like that. We're not going to be on that anymore. And who cares? This very conflict is possibly and most likely the very conflict that will lead to new beginnings and being and knowing how to handle things, you know what I mean? Just handle the situation and just move on. I don't know. Maybe these people thought that, let's see if these Canadians are like this. And it's like, yeah, like me, like I would handle it and move on. Because once I start to see people going nuts crazy, I'm like, okay, you're nuts crazy, but we're not going to do this. It's ruining the whole focus of something. Anyways, I'm not going to continue. Plus, I'm not going to be waiting over here for anything or anyone. I might possibly let the comments open for you guys, but I'm not gonna respond. I'm not responding because that's when you get to know they had the chance when this was on. This was like what, 30 minutes on, had the chance and nothing came through? This is a lot. It does, but then when it comes to comments, oh yeah, let's go. It doesn't make sense. Like, you already know how people are doing this, and it's pathetic. And of course, trying to figure out what people are doing and how they're doing it, it's going to be even more embarrassing of knowing how they're doing it. I'll be waiting for that question, and if nothing comes through, then it'll be left for comments. I guess it's going to be left for comments. So I'll be seeing you guys